everybody, it's Matthew of Mr. Domestic. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to sew a flat felled seam. If this is a new seam for you, it's essentially the seam that's in all apparel, like in button-up shirts. It's that fancy pants seam that's on the side of jeans. I used it in a recent teepee that I made for Helena. I've seen someone use it in curtains. It's a high utility seam once you learn it, and you'll start looking for places in all of your projects, be it quilting or apparel, that you want to use it. So, if that's what you're here for, before we get into the content, anytime you're enjoying this video, make sure to give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get ready to have some fun together. What you need some thread. I picked this mustard colored top stitch thread and some denim. That's a pretty standard combination for the denim and apparel. I have 2 pieces of fabric. Then you need some snips and your sewing machine and you're good to go. So for this, I have 2 pieces of denim and the wrong sides go together. So if it's like a solid fabric perchance and you don't know what's wrong and what's right, then you're going to mark the wrong side just so that you know. You put them together and then you take it over to your sewing machine. Sewing machine, I'm going to put this at 5/8. I don't know why it was decided that 5/8 is a seam allowance standard for apparel, but that's what I do whenever I do flat felled. And I'm using just a standard foot. I have the thread that I want on the top, and then I have a different color in the bobbin. And I'm doing this intentionally because if you are using 2 different threads, make sure you know which one is on the top that you want to be visible and sew it the correct way. So I'm gonna go ahead, line this up at 5/8, and I have it at standard length. It's 2.5 length, and then just sew. And I'm not like a super duper like strictly precise sewist, but when I do this kind of a seam, I like to be, because it makes the difference in it whether it looks crisp or not. So I went all the way through. Woo, making some noises. So now it is back over at my pressing pad, and I'm going to show you what I was talking about. This is the bobbin thread, so it's lighter. And this is the top stitch thread, right? So you need to know which one you wanted on the top. And for apparel, it's super duper important, especially the shirts. But for like bags and stuff, not as important. So you're going to finger press this open, like so. And you know that this is the top, right? Because you're going to stitch it again with the mustard, and then you trim this, just the seam, to maybe 1/4 of an inch. Try to do it between 1/4 of an inch and like 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's not any wider than like 2/8. What is that? That is 1/4. Math is my friend. And as you can see, this is all jagged. That's totally fine. I'm doing that on purpose, y'all, so you can see it. So see, like this. And then what you're gonna do is fold this over like that, right? And you're gonna hide that ugly, janky seam on the other side. And I'm not a pinner, y'all. I just don't like to pin. So this would be a place where you can pin. I have my iron. I'm gonna press this, and then I might even bring in some glue just so that it's good. And once again, this fold, you want this to be as even as possible. And there are those moments in sewing whenever I do want to be super duper precise, and this is one of those seams where I want to. See, I don't need to use glue. It's good to go. Light steam, light heat. Let me do it one more time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now it's good to go, and I am going to take this back over to my sewing machine and edge stitch right there. I have brought this back over to Felicia, and I'm going to edge stitch right along here. I put it on my edge stitch foot just because I can't really see it where I had the camera situated, but you can keep on the standard foot if you're able to eyeball it and get close. I just can't from here. Then you just stitch along the edge. And this seam is going to be amazing. Yay! and I will take it back over to my pressing pad to show you it in awesomeness. Here is some flat felt goodness. I thought I was gonna have to press it again because I usually have to, but since it was just a trial or a tester, look at that. See? And then, okay, let me show you the other side. This is what's gonna blow your mind. This is the other side. Where'd the seam go? Where'd the seam go? It's hidden. Yay! You can now sew a flat felled seam. And I remember when I first learned how to sew this seam that I was sewing it on everything. It's easy peasy pudding pie, a lot more easy than you probably thought it was. And now you can have fun with yourself and all your projects, and it's gonna be amazing. So get your flat fell on, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, got a love or a tip or a trick, make sure to give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Keep it positive, y'all. Mr. Domestic out.